Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDN Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications. Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, making a difference.
One of the many issues that have undermined the mandate of Nigeria's foremost intervention agency, the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, in the past is internal friction between the board and management, which often leads to confrontation and disagreements. This situation have had far-reaching implications for the Commission's role of facilitating sustainable peace and development across underserved communities in the region. Undoubtedly, there is now a new dawn in the Commission, with the current board led by Mr. Chiedu Ebe and the management under Dr. Samuel Ogbuku. Unlike any other before it, this board and management have forged a cordial and harmonious working relationship that is evident in the recent strides and achievements of the intervention agency. To consolidate on this rewarding unity of purpose displayed by the board and management thus far, they set out early in the year to get together with a board and management retreat in Lagos, christened Repositioning NDDC for Efficient Service Delivery. Keynote speakers at the retreat, like former board chairman of the NDDC, Senator Victor Ndoma Egba, former managing director, Chief Timia Laibe, and other resource persons, discussed past experiences, institutional best practices, and key lessons from the past that can enhance collaboration, efficiency, accountability, and sustainable development. In this special package, we bring you highlights of the two-day session, which includes presentation and interactive discussions, as well as strategies for overcoming challenges faced by the Commission. We'll also highlight the numerous activities of the Commission following the retreat, which demonstrates that this board and management are undoubtedly changing the narrative of the NDDC for the better.
The prolonged agitation of the people of the Niger Delta against poverty, marginalization and economic neglect, despite the enormous contributions of the region to the national purse, led to the transformation of the former Oil Mineral Producing Areas Development Commission, OMPEDEC, into a more robust Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC. This special purpose vehicle was established to facilitate and coordinate development efforts while fostering lasting peace in the largely underdeveloped and crisis-prone communities of the oil-rich region. The NDDC Establishment Act 2000 provided for a governing board comprising the representatives from the 9 mandate states with representatives from other regions and the Ministry of Finance and Environment, as well as a representative from the oil companies operating in the area. The board's primary responsibilities include providing strategic leadership, oversight and performance evaluation, as well as formulating policies and engaging stakeholders. These functions guide the management team, which is led by the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer. On the other hand, the management team comprising executive directors and directors of various departments is responsible for the day-to-day operations of the Nigerian Foremost Intervention Agency. This includes implementing policies, ensuring operational efficiency, managing finances, overseeing human resources, and executing the overall programs, activities, and projects of the NDDC. Given these closely fused responsibilities, both the board and management must operate in harmony, clearly understanding the scope of their authority and limitations to avoid overreaching or interfering in the functions of each other.
With peace and harmony, we can live to.
This is so important because a divided board and management inexhaustibly working at cross-purpose will certainly lead to underperformance, inefficiency, and failure in service delivery. And at the end, the people at the grassroots yearning for development and social amenities will bear the brunt. as energy and resources that should be channeled into development initiatives are instead wasted on internal power struggles. It is, however, regrettable to admit that this was the case in the recent past, when frequent conflicts between the board and management often dominated the headlines almost on a daily basis, to the point that the appointing authority, which is the president, intervened at various times with the appointment of sole administrators instead of a full board as stipulated in the Establishment Act. After the turbulent experience with the previous board under Loretta Onoche, former President Muhammadu Buhari dissolved the board, leaving only Dr. Samuel Obeku as the acting managing director and chief executive officer of the Nddc. Upon assuming office in May 2023, President Bola Tinubu took a decisive step by constituting a full board, appointing Mr. Chiedu Ebie as chairman while retaining Dr. Obuku as the managing director and chief executive officer. So far, the duo has defied the usual pattern of hostility that often characterizes board and management relations. Instead, they have fostered a remarkable working relationship that can be compared to the synergy between the human head and heart, working in complete synchronization to keep the body going, which in this case translates to much needed development across communities in the oil-rich Niger Delta region. The number of projects completed and inaugurated by the current Nddc board and management, which has improved the living conditions of the people across the Niger Delta, renewing their hopes for sustainable development, is a testament to their unity of purpose.
Get the gas them need. Now we be everything they pray for. Niger Delta is green for rent.
The first batch includes the 9-kilometer Obehe-Oke-Ikpe Road in Ukwa West local government area of Abia State, the 27.5-kilometer Ogbianembe Road in Bayelsa State, constructed in partnership with Shell Petroleum Development Company (SPDC), and the 1x15 MVA 3311 kV electricity injection substation in Amufi, Ikpoba Okha local government area of Benin City, Edo State. Other notable projects include the 45-kilometer double-circuit 33 kV feeder line from Omotosho Power Station to Okitipupa in Ondo State, and the 6-kilometer Iko Atabrikang Akata Opolom Ikoti Wangokorotip Iwachang Road, along with the 600-meter Ibno Bridge in Ibno local government area of Akwa Ibom State. To sustain this trajectory of peaceful coexistence in discharging their duties and responsibilities, the board and management convened a board and management retreat at the Marriott Hotel in Lagos at the beginning of the year. The two-day program, christened Repositioning the Nddc for Efficient Service Delivery, sought to address core issues that had previously hampered progress, starting with the fundamental dynamics between the board and management. The retreat aimed to enhance understanding of the roles and relationships between the board and management, improve collaboration and decision-making, as well as foster a governance framework for sustainable development in the Niger Delta region. Former Nddc board chairman Senator Victor Ndoma Egba and the former chief executive officer Chief Timi Alaibe, alongside other governance and development experts, were invited to facilitate various sessions during the retreat. On the first day, the chairman of the governing board, Mr. Chiedu Ebie, set the ball rolling by emphasizing the importance of the retreat in fostering synergy between board and management for effective service delivery.
At the core of this retreat is the vital need for unity and synergy. Our success is not dependent on individual expertise alone, but on our collective efforts as a cohesive team. This retreat provides an opportunity to strengthen collaboration between board members and management, ensuring that our shared vision translates into effective service delivery. By working together, and I repeat, by working together, we can enhance Nddc's efficiency, accountability, and overall impact across board.
Following this, the Managing Director, Dr. Samuel Obuku, took the podium to outline the progress and key achievements recorded by the Commission so far.
Nddc went vigorously into looking at projects that have been abandoned, and ensuring that projects are being completed for commissioning. And indeed, NDDC was able to achieve a milestone by commissioning huge projects. The NDDC also embarked on massively, based on our needs assessment, of ensuring that the Niger Delta is not a safe haven for criminals. NDDC embarked on the Operation Light Up the Niger Delta that have brought light to many communities in the Niger Delta. Communities who have not seen light for years. Communities where some persons, right from when they were born, they never saw light. Those communities, they can see light today. The Operation Light Up the Niger Delta has been so successful that today, as I speak, many communities, in their request to us for projects, they request for light.
The lead presenter and resource person for the day, Senator Victor Ndoma Egba, who served as chairman of the NDDC board from 2016 to January 2019, took the stage to share insights from his past experiences.
One cannot work without the other. Once upon a time, I'm sure Igor will remember the flexing of muscles between our board and the then management. And all I did was just to issue a memo stopping all payments. And we became like the situation that I saw in a friend's office. He had this big sign, very rich man, "You may smoke, but please don't exhale." So at the end of the day, then there needs to be that understanding between the board and the management. In any case, all of you are in the same boat. So it is in your own best interest to find out your methods, to find out your strategy for working together.
Among key issues he addressed was the establishment of the NDDC Advisory Council, comprising governors from the 9 oil-producing states. He emphasized that involving the governors would provide valuable input from the states, ensuring that the services and projects of the Commission align with the development needs and priorities of subnational government. Senator Ndoma Egba also called for the renewal of the NDDC Regional Master Plan, stressing that this would guide and coordinate development efforts across the region. While commending the current board and management for prioritizing the completion of abandoned projects, he urged the federal government to allow them to complete their tenure as stipulated in the NDDC Establishment Act to ensure continuity and effective implementation of policies.
Why have we had so many boards? I mean, the turnover of boards in NDDC is incredible. And the moment you keep turning over boards and managements, there will be no consistency in what you do. Now, if you look at the act establishing the NDDC, it says the board shall have a lifespan of 4 years, subject to renewal for another 4 years. So the board should be able to do 8 years. And 8 years, I believe, is long enough for any board to see through its projects and programs. Now, have we had any board that finished its term in the history of the NDDC? No, not one. And I make this call to the federal government that for once they should let a board and the management stay. And that board, for me, is this board, so that we see the difference.
The session was interactive, with participants actively engaging in the discussion through questions and contributions, further enriching the discourse. The immediate past chairman of the Nigeria Deposit Insurance Corporation, NDIC, Mrs. Ronke Sokefun, made her presentation on optimizing board and management relationships for improved service delivery.
Governance is not something that's abstract. It's just a set of rules by which an organization agrees to operate, both for its staff and, of course, the management and its board. It's important because it gives strategic direction for organizational success. As we say from the part of the world that I come from, where there are no rules, there are no sins. If you don't know what rules bind you, if you don't know what you are supposed to conform with, then you act anyhow you deem fit.
The first day, which was quite engaging, came to an end with the presentation from KPMG, a renowned management consultancy firm which was hired in August 2023 by the Commission to retool its internal governance processes for transparent and accountable operations.
We have now designed, and I'm here to just give you a brief highlight, but just to let us know that after this, the next is we'll be moving on into implementation phase, where we'll be having a lot of conference seminars to discuss the changes that have been designed and help to make sure that we bring it to life.
On the second and final day of the retreat, participants convened for yet another engaging session, which promised even deeper exchanges between them and the lead resource person, someone well versed in the inner workings of the NDDC, Chief Timi Alaibe. Alaibe, who first served as Executive Director of Finance and Administration and later as Managing Director of the Commission from 2001 to 2009, brought a wealth of experience to the discussion.
Governance is at the backbone of the existence of public institutions. Where we cannot ensure accountability and strategic direction, efficient service to the stakeholders we deal with, then we're in trouble. And nowhere is it more critical than in the NDDC that is charged with leading the sustainable development of the Niger Delta.
Drawing from his years at the NDDC, Chief Alaibe delved into the often turbulent relationship dynamics between the board and management, highlighting the need for shared responsibility and mutual understanding to ensure smooth operations.
When storming is happening around you and you do not find the solutions to deal with it, it will manifest, it will continue. So the consequences of storming are that you will not perform. The conflict will make you not to move forward. So you must deal with storming. But the way to do it is to have the psychology that storming will happen. And once you deal with it, the next thing you will normalize. Because if storming was happening and MD calls you for a retreat, or the chairman says, come, we have a retreat, you say, what is that for? Because you are storming. But once you normalize, things will start looking differently. Okay. I think this chairman said, when they frown everything, I don't say you feel like this. So you are a great guy like this. Okay, I will listen.
He stressed the importance of robust and frequent communication between the board and management, particularly in policy formulation, program execution, and project updates. According to him, placing the people at the center of service delivery should remain the Commission's guiding principle. The session ended with a question and answer segment where participants engaged Chief Alaibe on a range of pressing issues, seeking clarifications and further insights.
Myself and my chairman, for example, we are at the point of storming. Management on one side, board on one side. And maybe one of the sides is not willing to yield to any cooperation. That means it is going to drag for a long time. So, because I've experienced such a situation where some persons just want you to fail. For them, they don't just want you to be there at all.
External influences also contribute to that, especially as because of the board we're members of, we have a lot of external individuals. People come and tell you all sorts. So for me, I think I always say one of the things is we need to be able to manage our expectations.
People need to be explained to that the consequences of storming are there. What I did not tell you is that some boards got dissolved because of storming. So that board member or that management staff that want to thrive in storming, that want to exercise, continue to exercise, okay, if I don't storm with this set of people, if I don't continue storming, there will be that person must also understand that, his days are numbered, or our days are numbered.
The consultant for the Niger Delta Regional Development Strategy, Steve Onehime, and his team, who were part of the retreat, also gave a brief on the status of the strategy to the board and management, which they had submitted to the Commission in January 2025.
What we have is a series of development strategies which define solutions for different problems that we observe across different sectors. We then set new targets to say, okay, in education or healthcare or infrastructure, what are the targets that we want to see 5 years, 10 years, 15 years out? What are the activities that can lead us there? What are the things we need to do that will lead us there to these expected outcomes, which we also defined? And then what are the policy recommendations that we want to propose so that government can, help provide the right environment?
As the retreat came to a close after what the participants say was a great learning session, two top brass, Ndoma and Alaibe, hailed and expressed support for the current board and management for their evident commitment to transforming the Niger Delta region in line with the renewed hope initiative of President Bola Tinubu. With this, the retreat came to a close, leaving participants with a deeper understanding of their key roles and the importance of maintaining a cordial working relationship with other members and organs of the Commission. Building on the momentum from the retreat, the board and management immediately embarked on another round of project inaugurations across the region. Accompanied by the Minister for Regional Development, senators, House of Assembly members from the region and other dignitaries, the team first visited Delta State, where they commissioned the 9.6-kilometer Abraka Oben Road. This vital road connects Ichiop East in Delta State to Orionwan local government area in neighboring Edo State.
The road bad before, but as for now, the road is very neat and very okay. We thank God for the president. We thank God for the NDDC.
The road scatters, but we do affiliate with the insurance way. NDDC, thank you for working on a door too.
Before now, maybe you are from Obiarku to go Abraka, you go use like 1 hour. They run our Obiarku, but now under 10 minutes you don't reach Abraka.
They also took the opportunity to flag off the Abraka Agbo Road for reconstruction. Their next port of call was Rivers State for the inauguration of the 7.3-kilometer Oyigbo internal road network, which connects the 5 communities of Obunko, Umuosi, Obiapo, Ngboji, and Ndoki in the state, and also serves as a link to communities in neighboring Akwa Ibom State.
Of mankind and to the glory of Almighty God.
When this road was very bad, we normally wake up 2 o'clock, we're in this road to make sure we get to the market, let us sit. Even at that, we'll not get to the market by 6. Now, we can walk freely in this road. We can take our farm produce to the market freely. We are very happy. On behalf of our women, I stand to thank the NDDC because this road was very, very deplorable. It was very bad. One cannot pass here freely. We were taking through Ogoni to reach this place, to reach our communities. So we are happy, our women are happy, how that the NDDC came to our aid.
For a long time, we have been suffering as a result of the bad road that link within the Ndoki axis to Oyibo. We find it very difficult to access Oyibo main town. But thank God, NDDC have put joy into the life of people of Ndoki area. We are very grateful.
The team then proceeded to Imo State to inaugurate the 7.6-kilometer Eziama Abba Owerri Nkwoju Road, which connects Nwangele and Isiala Mbano local government area of Imo State. Imo State Governor, who was present at the inauguration, commended the NDDC for its development efforts in the Niger Delta.
Your Light Up program, which I must publicly now commend, help in solving the insecurity in Imo State. All the dark areas, all the blackouts are being addressed by NDDC through their Light Up programs, both in rural and urban centers.
In Imo State, the team also unveiled the 25th anniversary logo and the mascot for the Made in Niger Delta Sporting Festival. The event sparked excitement among residents who are eagerly anticipating the region-wide sporting fiesta scheduled to take place from April 1st to 9th in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State.
It's fitting that this event was brought together. It's great for the region, bringing 9 states together, 9 oil states in this part of this great country. And there's no better way to inspire young men and women through sports. There are various sports being involved in this festival.
This avenue is the right thing to do, and I'm very, very grateful for that, because it's going to give us, put us ahead of that zone in Nigeria.
The main 25th anniversary celebration is set for July 2025. The 18.5-kilometer Ndoro-Ntalaku Road network in Ikwano local government area and the 5.5 EC Court Olokoro Amaoba Oboro Road in Umuahia South local government area in Abia State, complemented by solar-powered streetlights, were also inaugurated by the intervention agency.
The road is a very nice road compared to other roads. Before, it was just a track road where you move with bicycle and leg to the market, and before you can go to Umuahia main town.
Through the help of the NDDC, they have made the road to be accessible to everybody, the communities, people, the farmers. We can access this road easily, with ease. The road was so bad before.
Before, the road is too bad, well. But now it's good. I'm happy.
Several other completed projects across various states in the region are also set to be commissioned in the coming days by the proactive NDDC leadership. These successes, along with many other achievements of the current board and management, including major initiatives like the Light Up the Niger Delta scheme, which provides solar-powered streetlights to communities, the revival of the free healthcare program for the poor and vulnerable in hard-to-reach areas, and various empowerment programs for youths and women, are changing the narrative and restoring public confidence in the NDDC's ability to drive meaningful development and improve livelihoods. In recognition of these efforts, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu joined other well-meaning Nigerians in commending the board and management for a job well done. He specifically hailed the managing director, Dr. Samuel Obuku, describing him as a vibrant young man doing exceptionally well in 2 different instances in 1 week.
Community development is a matter very close to my heart. And you have some of your youth doing very well in terms of Niger Delta. Obuku, the MD of NDDC, is doing a good job. Encourage him to achieve more.
Receiving the President's commendation and numerous other accolades for their efforts, the governing board chairman and the managing director reassured both the President and the people that they remain fully committed to delivering the dividends of good governance to previously deprived communities across the oil-rich Niger Delta region. It is, however, worthy of note that the President approved the staggering 1.911 trillion naira budget for the NDDC for its 2024 fiscal year, with 1 trillion naira to be sourced through borrowing to fund high-impact abandoned projects across the region. No doubt, NDDC is evidently retooled and renewed to bring the transformations of the renewed hope agenda of President Tinubu across communities in the Niger Delta region under the leadership of the duo of Mr. Chiedu Ebie and Dr. Samuel Obuku.
Niger Delta Commission, NDDC, making a difference.
Inside the Niger Delta,